Hey, thanks for showing up. Gonna be doing a strength-based playthrough of Dark Souls 3 with a focus on the weapon, focus on great maces. Mainly because that's literally all I wanted from a Dark Souls game since Dark Souls 1 was for maces to have a good moveset and for there to be a big one. And this game has both of those. So let's do this. First things first, let me crack off that helmet. Give you a good look at Esmond here. Really wanted to go for the grizzled war veteran look, kind of cliche looking, but I like the look of it. And let's get going. This is my second playthrough of Dark Souls 3. And I have also played through the other two games. This doesn't mean I'm good at them. Just a disclaimer there. Cover my behind for when I inevitably play pretty badly. Just warming up a bit. Ooh. Not much stamina in the early game. That's the real frustrating part of Dark Souls 3 for me. I'm honestly probably the worst at the early game. And in my opinion, for good reason. I think Dark Souls 3 expects a lot more out of players at the very start of the game. More than it does in the other games, that's for sure. The crystal lizard, the giant crystal lizards are really satisfying to fight because their moves are animated very well. It's easy to tell which one's coming next once you've gotten used to it. And yet they all look very natural. Like, these are the moves that this kind of creature is going to throw at you. Like when it waddles to the left a little there, it's going to do that swipe no matter what, pretty much. Not all enemies in this game are that generous or that easy to read. I've always wondered how much of these props in the distance are 3D models and how much of it is a texture. I assume most of the mountains are just textures, but maybe the castles are models? Because there is precedent, like back in Back in Dark Souls 1, a lot of the buildings you would see in the distance in Orlando, you can no-clip to them. They are actual 3D models. So I wonder how much of that is present in this game. Alright, this is a parrying shield. Let's... Oh, hey, I got it. That does not usually happen. Never been too much of a fan of the changes to parrying in Dark Souls 3. I suppose it was too powerful in 1, but I still don't like the fact that there is a much more significant lag before the parry frames activate in this game. I can never wrap my head around premeditating a parry when it used to just be timing it well. Timing it right when the attack hits you. That made the most sense to me. And that was pretty bad. Alright, let's see if I can handle Gundu. Nope. I'll try for the parry. Oops. Yeah, okay. That's enough of... No parries for me today. This thing really is animated incredibly. All the shifting textures. It's so... like... unnatural. Not unnatural, but like inscrutable the way it's moving. And twisting everywhere. It really sells that idea. I'm not sure they ever explain what those are exactly. They're just cool looking, I guess. Alright, best weapon in the game. I'm not gonna switch to it. Wouldn't want this to be too easy. Considering fighting the master, but you know, don't think I'm gonna bother. Don't want to immediately lose my first ember.
Welcome to the I am a fire keep. Welcome to the I am a the lords have left their to this end.
This isn't a lore
Very
through,
well, then take
so I'm not gonna really wait for people to go through their dialogue unless it's new to me, or I just like listening to them. Let's see, what do I want to start this off with? Probably not going to need to up strength for a good while.
Farewell, Ashen Maid of...
A pleasure. Weapon.
I'm probably going to start with Vort's Hammer until I actually pick up the Great Mace. I suppose I should start stacking some strength if I want to use that. Does she sell a mace here? No, she doesn't.
Ashen 1.
Alright, let's go to Andre. Set up our Estus.
Pretty be careful.
Very well.
Let's start leveling some strength.
Farewell, Ashen One, Maid of...
Let's check this guy up first.
Weird, don't you? What a sick joke. Asking us to talk. What a sick ask to talk.
When do you learn his name is Hawkwood? I'm not sure I ever paid attention to that. Let's kick this off. Always worth taking a look at this. It's a shame you don't get to really explore too much of it. Unless you do, and I'm just... Maybe that's just Lothric. Maybe that's... Is that Lothric Castle? I assume it is. I wonder how much of that matches up with what you actually get to explore. If you haven't guessed by now, I'm going to be talking as if you've already played the game. It's an old enough game by now that I don't really feel bad doing that. I'm always curious what the criteria is for the automatic HUD disappearing or appearing again. Like, I know that it shows up when you lock on. The stamina bar shows up only when you're running out of stamina. But what? Something interesting happened earlier that I didn't pay attention, that I didn't note at the time, but the HUD showed up the moment I pulled the sword from Gundyr. So I'm wondering if it shows up, it automatically decides to show up during bosses, or something else happened that caused that. Let's see, the scaling on this axe is D and D. So I'm assuming that this battle axe will be pretty much a straight upgrade. You gotta love that little couple frame delay when you hit a enemy. It makes it feel so much punchier. I only really notice it when I'm hitting like a dying enemy and it's not playing all the big sound effects. But that just makes me appreciate how seamless it is normally. Also, something incredible is that they finally have the technology to show door bolts, so that when things are closed from one side, there's actually a reason for it. Finally. Ah, wait, it took away all my scaling. Maybe using the plain battle axe is better then. Where did the Lothar Knight go? Oh, I must have caught him on his patrol down the stairs. For now, I think I'm going to structure... I'm gonna end each episode on a boss. I don't know how inconsistent that'll make the lengths of the videos, but at least it makes it easy to decide where to start and stop. Let's get this guy down. I always find it interesting that it doesn't give you souls if you kill those guys before they burst. Maybe it's only really considered an enemy once it changes form. Good job. Oh, good job me for getting hit 50 times. I never do handle that ambush well. Let's see. Let's just do this area. There's a shard in it for me, so might as well. And there's our friend over there. Let's see if I can... Oh, no. It almost feels like there's no point in the kick since they change states so easily. Like most things, it's just better to be hyper-aggressive in this game. Hey, a great shield. I might think about using that. With a great shield, I'd like to use that with a spear. And that's definitely another build I would like to run. Sort of Cathedral Knight cosplay. I'm gonna put on that Silver Eagle shield for that sweet 100% reduction in damage. And because I really don't use parrying in this game as much as I'd like to. I'm just not consistent. And my weapon pushes them away, which is always the most annoying thing. Alright, get over here, you buddy. It always makes the staggering sound effect when the halberd undead land that particular stabbing attack, and I'm not sure if that means you can riposte him or counter hit him or something. Either way, he always seems to recover before I can get close enough to hit him, so... Ah, come on, don't die here. That was weird. The backstab miss is so annoying sometimes. If you landed that axe hit, I would have been dead. Come on. This is just sad. Oh, nope, no more. It's incredible what not having poise does to you in this game. Oh, I'm out of here. This is what I was saying about this early game being so difficult for me. Oops. Oh, come on. Oh. That's just sad. Man's not happy about that one. Nice dodge, buddy. Just gave him a bunch of free damage. No biggie. You coming up here? I'm coming down to you. On the bright side, I don't have to do that area again. Ooh. Nice try. Thank goodness my stamina held up. Alright. Aw, man, really? I didn't even... I landed on the ground before I died. I've been gypped. Pardon me. Just stepping through. I wonder if the implication is that the Winged Knight managed to kill all those Lothric Knights. Spin to win. I forget what that is, and I don't think it matters that much. I think I'll just forget about those souls. It was only like 4,000 or so. It would be nice to have them in these early times, but in the interest of time, I'm just gonna not bother. Oh yeah, I'm glad they brought back backstab invulnerability. Come on, Lock-On, you can do it. Whew. Thank you, Lock-On. Sometimes you work, sometimes you don't. Thank you for working that time. Alright, let's head back and level up a bit. Spend that Estus shard. Well, turns out I couldn't get a level. Forgot I didn't have those souls. Did get a new Estus flask though, so that's nice. Come on. Hey, didn't know they could drop that, though I suppose it makes sense. That'll be useful. Not that I can ever land shots with a longbow. I should have used this. Do I have bolts yet? No, I don't. Pew pew. That was pretty unnecessary. I'll be honest, I was trying to do a plunging attack. Or I mean a jumping attack, but doing that on mouse and keyboard is a little tricky. have to... So that's kicking. This has a strong attack. I have to press forward, shift, and left click all at the same time. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Hopefully I won't be needing to do that. I really hate that the key binding options on this game are pretty nice, except for the fact that you can't bind the attack buttons to anything but mouse clicks. And not even... So if you want to use, like back in Dark Souls 1, I would bind blocking to shift so that I could use left and right mouse clicks for light and heavy attacks, but here if you want to block, it has to be with one of the mouse buttons. So I don't have access to strong attacks unless I hold down shift. And this is a really bad place to be right now. Not good. Hopefully this is enough. Alright. Oh, and he gave me a flask. Thank goodness. Yeah, I don't know why I took that path in the first place. I suppose I already took out one, might as well take out the other. Lucky there. Oops, too slow. Too slow of an attack. Spear enemies are honestly among the most frustrating across every Dark Souls game, because they always get so... they get to hold their shield up like forever. Feels like you really have to wail on them with two hands to be able to get through that.
Are you there to head for? Visit if then I'll go but the...
Alright. Gotta do this with one Estus. No problem. One Estus and an Ember, I suppose. Let's take your kneecaps. Alright, let's handle this. Honestly, why is Vord even here? What does Irithyll have against Unkindled? Like, I forget, is Aldrich still in like contact with Irithyll somehow? Not, yeah, Aldrich. Is he trying to keep Unkindled from like coming to pick up the lords? I don't know. Either way, he's a pretty good boss fight. At least introductory. Ooh! At least as an introductory boss fight. Way crazier than Taurus Demon, that's for damn sure. And definitely better than Last Giant. Perfect place to be. Less perfect swing at the enemy. I gotta say, I have to admit I was destroyed by this guy the first time I fought him. Took me like 5 tries. More than that. I just couldn't get used to the speed of this game. And the fact that blocking doesn't work. I should have just finished him instead of going for an Ember. Guess this episode drags on a little bit longer then. Let's pick up the binoculars while we're here. Honestly, I blame the Estus for the early game being disproportionately difficult. You start with 4, but then it goes up so high at the end. And you can mess up so much and still be okay. Oh, bye. Guess I followed you down. Honestly, you would think he could hit me from here. Aren't you alive? Yeah, you are. You just don't care. Probably should have left you alone. Let's put on this oh so important item. Probably keep some firebombs handy. Gotcha. And you'll still get hurt. You no get. You know, something I definitely appreciate about this game is that Unkindled do not get ugly when they die. And that was the only reason I disliked going hollow. Not the only reason, but the biggest reason. And we don't need to do the Berenike Knights. So let's just skip him. Let me put what I was saying earlier into practice and just hit these guys till they die. And let's go for round 2. Unless I mess up horribly, this should be the last. Best place to be is right under his butt. You seem confused, Fort. I'm over here, kicking your butt. Alright. Should be smoother sailing from here. Alright. Thank you for watching. Next time we're gonna head into that undead settlement, because the sooner I get that transposing kill, the sooner I can get that sweet Lord's Hammer and start my Mace build. Yeah, thanks for watching again.